All right, welcome back to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel. My name is Chris and I'm here to bring you guys the high rev perspective.
And my name is Josh and I'll be bringing the low rev perspective.
Today going head to head, we have the brand new RotoGrip Gremlin Tour X and the Hammer Full Effect. We'll be throwing 10 shots with both of these, picking one winner that we would most likely add to our bag and explain why.
Today we are here at Bolero Violinda on a fresh house shot. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe and we'll see you out on the lanes.
I can definitely tell the more that I've thrown the Gremlin Tour X, the shinier it gets, and it almost getting too quick to friction. So for me, I feel like keeping a little bit of surface on the Gremlin Tour X is kind of important. Definitely didn't look as good here as it did when we initially threw it in the comparisons video. So to me, with it, lane shine didn't look quite as good, didn't blend the friction quite as well as I anticipated it to. Full effect, I feel like the big core really kind of helped blend that wet dry friction, and I was actually able to move a little bit left, and even when I got it to the friction, the core was big enough that it didn't hockey stick off of it quite like the Gremlin Tour did, and it was pretty forward going through the pins. So I feel like versatility wise I had a decent amount of room with the full effect rather than the Gremlin Tour X. With that being said, here I feel like the full effect looked quite a bit better than the Gremlin Tour. In our initial review of the full effect, I didn't quite like it as much, just because I felt like the core was almost kind of too big for how weak the cover was. But to me, here I could kind of move anywhere I wanted and throw it to the friction, and the core was big enough that it just kind of floated and was round off the end of the pattern and went forward through the pins. So I think the winner of this one's gonna have to be the full effect.
Both of these balls for me are balls that I'm really starting to like to throw a lot. In the Gremlin Tour X, I felt like it was a little bit cleaner than I feel like everyone kind of anticipated. I felt like it does kind of float a little easier than I prefer. I do like it at around like 2K. I feel like that surface does help kind of make it blend a little bit nicer. For today, you could see that it was just, you know, a little clean, a little quick off friction, where for me, I felt like the full effect was quite the opposite. I did feel like that one was a little earlier, a little bit more forward rolling of a shape, and just was overall slower. Like visually look shinier, visuals sometimes deceive us a little bit, and I do feel like that one stored enough energy for down the lane but still allowed me to really miss in or miss out, and it still like shaped the right way. Where the Gremlin, again, like if I missed that ball in, it wasn't hooking. So for me, I felt like the full effect definitely gave me a little bit more overall miss. Final thoughts on these two pieces. For me, I've always loved the effects. I've also liked the original Gremlin to an extent. However, this Tour X I do think is better, but for today, that full effect is gonna have to be the winner. I felt like that ball, it just I love the colors and I love the way it goes down the lane, and I feel like it just shapes the right way. It's definitely that kind of stronger, kind of could be ball 1, but probably ball 2 out of the bag. But I felt like even as I crept further left, it just kept shaping down lane even more. And I just haven't really thrown a ball recently like that, where it just felt like it kind of really did, I could really stand wherever and it would still strike. So the full effect's gonna be the winner for today.